Samsung's Galaxy S26 series is shaping up to be an exciting lineup, but when it comes to charging speed, there's some news that might frustrate you. Despite all the leaks and speculation, the latest certification from China has confirmed what many feared. Samsung isn't upgrading the charging speeds at all. The Galaxy S26 Pro and S26 Edge will still top out at 25 watts, and the S26 Ultra will stick with 45 watts, exactly the same as last year's S25 series. And that's a surprise, not the good kind. Think about it. We've reached a point where Chinese brands are pushing charging speeds well past 100 watts, and even Apple, a company famously slow to adopt these kinds of changes, has stepped up with the iPhone 17 series, offering up to 40 watts. Yet here's Samsung, one of the biggest names in smartphones, holding the line with the same old numbers it's been using for years. Why does this matter? Because charging speed has quietly become one of the biggest quality of life features on a phone. Sure, battery size is important and so is efficiency, but the ability to top up your device in just a few minutes completely changes the way you use it. Phones with 80 or 100-watt charging can go from nearly empty to full in the time it takes to grab a coffee. Samsung's flagship, on the other hand, still takes noticeably longer, sometimes double the time compared to its competitors. Now, it's not that Samsung doesn't have its reasons. One argument the company has leaned on in the past is battery health. Higher charging speeds often mean more heat, and more heat means faster battery degradation. By keeping charging speeds moderate, Samsung might be playing the long game, ensuring your battery lasts several years instead of needing a replacement sooner. And for users who keep their phones for 3, 4, even 5 years, that's not a bad trade-off. But here's the problem. Perception matters. If you're paying premium money for a Galaxy Ultra, you expect premium across the board, not just in display or software, but in every feature, including charging. When your friend's mid-range Chinese phone charges in 25 minutes, while your $1,000 flagship still takes nearly an hour, that difference stands out, and not in Samsung's favor. This decision also plays into a bigger frustration many Samsung fans have been voicing: the company's tendency to recycle hardware. For years, the brand has been reusing the same camera sensors in its Ultra line, making only small incremental improvements through software and AI processing. Now, with charging speeds stuck in place too, it's easy to see why longtime fans feel like Samsung is playing it too safe. That doesn't mean the Galaxy S26 series won't have strengths. We're still expecting new silicon with the Exynos 2600 and Qualcomm's freshly renamed Snapdragon chip, and leaks point toward refinements in design and possibly other performance upgrades. But the lack of movement on charging feels like a missed opportunity, especially when rivals are moving fast, literally and figuratively. So what does this mean for you if you're considering upgrading? If charging speed is high on your priority list, the S26 series might leave you disappointed. But if you're more concerned about long-term reliability, software support, and Samsung's ecosystem advantages, things like Galaxy AI features, longer OS updates, and integration with other Samsung devices, then this limitation may not be a deal breaker. Personally, I think Samsung needs to start balancing both sides. Yes, protecting battery health is important, but tech users today expect speed and convenience. Even bumping the Ultra to 65 watts, something safer yet still significantly faster, would have been a good middle ground. Sticking with 45 watts just feels stagnant, especially in a year when even Apple has decided to leap ahead. At the end of the day, the Galaxy S26 series will still sell in huge numbers. Samsung has a loyal fan base, strong marketing, and plenty of strengths outside of charging. But it's becoming clearer with each generation that the company risks being seen as conservative compared to its rivals. And in a market as competitive as smartphones, sometimes playing it too safe can be just as risky as pushing too far. So while the Galaxy S26 Ultra might wow us with performance and design tweaks, don't expect it to wow you when you plug it in. Charging speeds are staying exactly where they've been. And for many fans, that's going to be one of the biggest disappointments of the lineup. What's your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments section. See you in the next video. Take care.